Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, Marty finally broke up with Lucy. After Lucy was up there calling, texting, and everything like that, while she was in the middle of acting like a diva on set, she was able to track him down and talk to him. And let me just tell you something, ladies. As men, we do not have a finite of patience, okay? And yes, even for the hot ones, we can go a little bit more of the extra mile. But at some point, that ish ends. And, between a combination of them already seemed like they were drifting apart, the line that she said as far as I loved you, and her whole thing with Scott, this whole thing with Scotty, you know, and this is something I don't agree with. There's a lot of men that don't like the idea of women having male friends. They just don't like it. It's just not really them. But with Scotty, they have this closeness, and for most men, that's too damn close. Okay? And yeah, she did sit there and talk about how she leaned on him heavily with, Bobby's death and everything like that, but while she was in there talking, I don't think that she realized that yeah, we ain't comfortable like that. We ain't cool like that. And he was like, you know what? Listen, I deserve better. And he stood up and he practically was like, bye. And she starts crying and running off like this little schoolgirl. And she goes back to Scotty. Scotty, the scumbag that he is, sees a very vulnerable Lucy crying upset, talking about how she just got dumped. So you know what Scotty did? He decided to take advantage of a very vulnerable Lucy and decided to start kissing on her. Remember before, and I talked about this in my live stream, that Scotty was kind of a scumbag before when he was with Liesel and he was trying to get back together with her. And she was like, yeah, we ain't doing that. And then he made a beeline right to Lucy and started trying to get with her. It was like, can't get with her, so I guess I'll sit there and use this chick as a consolation prize. I called him a scumbag for that. Yeah, good times. So, Nicholas comes home, talks to Laura. He blames himself for, taking Ace from Esme that caused this whole thing. And I was just like, yeah, yeah, you are responsible for that. You are mostly responsible for that. I mean, you and Spencer. Spencer was the one that handed you over the child, and you were just like, let me sit there and take this child because, she's whatever. But here's what Gregory said. Gregory was like, she was on the right path. She was on the right path. Well, that didn't really matter too much because the minute that they took away Ace, you took away the only thing that she ever loved in the entire world. What do you think she's going to wind up doing? So when he said that, I was like, yeah, I don't feel. One, let's be honest, we know that he's not dead. Even though everyone's saying, yeah, we can find his body, so, yep, that means he's dead. So one, we know he's not dead. Two, never really liked Spencer. I mean, granted, if he actually was dead, I would probably have a little bit more sympathy. And so Laura's like, you need to sit there and turn yourself in, do the right thing. And he's like, I don't want to go to jail. And I'm kind of just like, how is that doing the right thing? What is that doing at this point? Spencer is already dead, allegedly. What is him turning himself in going to actually do? I'm like, Lord, you said the same thing to Esme. That didn't really turn out so well. Now you're telling your own son, yeah, no, I think you need to sit there and turn yourself in. It's the right thing to do. Okay. But he does. Dante comes and arrests him. And he says some sort of speech that I could not be bothered to sit there and listen to. And then Dante halted him off to jail. Now, Dante was sitting there talking to Sonny. Sonny was talking about Spencer and everything like that with Sam, but then he started talking about business. So Sam was like, yeah, I should probably go and see Alexis right now. So she goes, and Dante's like, what happened? And he talks about the stuff that happened on the island, about how, he felt like it was an inside job. It's very hard to trust people. He actually brung up, oh, yeah, remember that time that you actually arrested me? And Dante was like, yeah, maybe if you don't sit there and beat people up anymore, then I won't have anything to arrest you of. Like the fact that and I know that he's distraught and everything like that, but the fact that he brung that up, I was like, bro, you so out of pocket. Just stop. So, Dante's like, you need to sit there and question everyone. And you see tomorrow, he questions Brick. He questions Brick. I guess you gotta sit there and ask, you gotta sit there and question everyone. Brick has nothing to hide. He shouldn't have a problem. Now, Anna and, John Jagger, whatever the hell you want to sit there and call him at this point, is telling both of those two to stay out the investigation. And, saying that the guy that they caught lawyered up, so you pretty much kind of blew my one lead, so appreciate that. And he asked him, hey, was he able to get anything out of him? And Anna's like, yeah, well, listen, how about you give us some information and we give you some information? We want to sit there and work with you. And, he's pretty much like, you're not law enforcement. I can't, we can't be doing this. Like, we told you to stay out of this for a reason. And then towards the end, he pretty much is like, well, I hope you have a good lawyer. Because you're going to jail for obstructing an investigation or something like that. You see in the previews that both of them are in jail. I don't know. Something about... Oh, also, you talk about Sonny. And Anna's like... Because, they're talking about, they know it wasn't Curtis. It was most likely Sonny. And Anna's like, oh, yeah, I can sit there and keep him in line. You can keep him in line. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I think he should have arrested her just for saying that. Just for saying that, he should have arrested her on that alone. He does arrest both of them, so yeah. Now the rest of it is Alexis, talking to Gregory about Spencer's death, and talking to Sam. Sam is there to sit there and support her. They talk about some goofy ass stories about him. I'm gonna be honest, I never really liked the Spencer character. So here's the thing. Everything they was saying about Spencer, you know how it is with Charlie Brown? There's a part where I think the yellow things or whatever are talking and they do the whole womp 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 womp. Yeah, that's how I process the whole conversation with them. It's just in one ear and out the other. Um then she prepares to write her obituary, and I look at my phone, and then I really didn't care about the rest of the scene. So yeah. What else happened? Oh, Tracy was there. She didn't really do much of anything. She was with Gregory, and then she was with Marty, and Marty was talking to her. They were talking for a little bit before Lucy got there, and Tracy was like, you know, um, Scotty and Lucy a little bit too, a little bit too comfortable with her. You really need to sit there and look into that. Then towards the end, she does walk back up to him, and I think that she felt bad, you know, because she knew that would most likely break them up, and she did sit there and see the results of that. But then she found out that Marty lost his his nephew. So she comes clean about it in the preview. Was talking about, your breakup was my fault. I did that. In all reality, it was all Lucy. Yeah, she highlighted something, but she highlighted something that he was already seeing for a long time. So, I mean, it's nice that she cleared her conscience, but she didn't really do anything that he didn't already saw. Oh, actually, to tell you the truth, the way that she was with the acting did himself a favor. So, yeah. And just to kind of end this on a positive note, well, a couple of positive notes. If I had to say one nice thing about Spencer, is that I give him a lot of props for saving Trina. Because he didn't just save her, he did it under conditions that most people wouldn't be able to do. He was heavily drugged, and he saw, Esme about to sit there and hurt Trina. So he sacrificed himself um, under those conditions to sit there and do it. So I give him props for that. As much as I don't like the character, I give him props for that. Also, I put this out in my short, but I figured I'd just do a short about it anyway. For anyone who's wondering when Jason Morgan is coming back, it is said to be March 4th. Not specifically by Steve. He did a video on the Daily Drama, and he said that, he was talking to the writers. He seemed like he was really excited about the story and how everything's going to fit. So, yes, March 4th. And, I couldn't be more excited. You'll probably see it in my short. If you watch my short, it's just pretty much the same thing. But I was like, you know what? Let me just make it short and just talk about that. And if people are watching this, and I can just sit there and let them know as well. Anyway, I feel like that's about it. I can't really think of anything else. But if I missed anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll be sitting there talking about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Lives, Born the Beautiful, Young and the Restless. Also, my members shout out video will be tomorrow. Finished that up yesterday as well. So I'm going to put that out tomorrow. Yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.